I started journaling a few months ago, and talk about a steep learning curve for something that seems so simple. But learn from my mistakes and you can avoid these 5 common pitfalls that caused me some problems along the way. First piece of advice, make sure you're adding context. Don't assume that you're going to remember why you wrote something down or like what your shorthand meant. Write down who said something or where you found a quote or what that book title was. You really don't want to assume anything about future you and what they're going to remember. It's so much better to have too much context that you actually don't need when you go back than having absolutely no idea what you were talking about when you wrote it down. And I've definitely learned that the hard way. Second tip, and this one is crucial for me, and I always have to remind myself, write legibly. Take it from me as someone who has terrible handwriting. No matter how much context you add to a note, if you can't read any of it, it does not matter at all. My handwriting is so bad that when my boss saw a Post-it on my desk that I had with my notes on it, she asked me if I could actually read what I had written. And embarrassingly, I had to say, only sometimes. I sometimes have no idea what I wrote. So just take those few extra seconds and just write it down legibly. Third up, review your notes. Don't think about the usefulness of what you're writing down in the moment. If you think about writing something down, just go ahead and do it. And after, when you're reviewing, that's kind of when you can make that assessment. Donut. I go through and review about every other week. I know some people do it daily. That feels a little bit excessive and like too much of a commitment for me. I'm sure it works great for some people, but I do wish I did it more than twice a month. The next tip actually goes hand in hand with reviewing, and that is organizing. Make use of your review time and go through and just make it really easy for that past week, 2 weeks, day to actually be able to find what you're looking for at a decent speed. I like to highlight quotes in a certain color. I'll highlight definitions of words in another color. And if there's any really good ideas that I have, I'll just put like a little tab on there. And that's worked great for me so far. I have a highlighter with me in the moment. I'll try to remember to just go through and like highlight quotes as I write them down. But realistically, that does not happen very often. And then in the back, I like to keep my reading list, my habit tracker, any questions I have for meetings, and I'll just go through and kind of organize all of that into the back when I get there. So trust me, this is going to save you time in the long run. Final tip is pretty easy. Carry your journal around with you. Make sure you find one that's an appropriate size. If you have a bag, it can be a little bigger. I try to stay pretty pocket size, and I'll just put it in my back pocket if I'm bringing my fanny pack or sling bag around. Fun tip, this little guy fits great in a Levi's denim jacket on the interior, made perfectly for these. I just have a little pen slot as well, so I can just put this in my pocket and go. So at the end of the day, I would say step 5 is both the easiest and most important. Just take it and write things down. Check out this video I made about some of the benefits I've seen since I replaced doom scrolling with journaling.